But I know a couple of people in the captain's council.
Like who?
And then it's Vincent Trello.
Oh, wait. Okay, so you're starting to make up names. Is that correct?
Yes.
Oh, I see.
I'm trying to double bluffing, and that's the conflict, I think.
He says, no, there's no Vincent Trello. You'll have to pardon me. This actually, I was called here as. Then I
realized that I have a name of it's this like, and I say the last name of Mark's father.
He goes that gets a reaction out of him. He says, but Ethan's the one who's supposed to be right here, right now. I had to come in as an emergency. He's sick or something. And then he gets a little more human. He says, do you know what happened to Ethan? Is he okay? And he doesn't call him Captain Mountain Stream or anything like that. He says Ethan.
No. You know, I think there's something fishy going around with all these captainy things here. I don't really trust you to be sincere. I feel that you've been sent here to calm me down and stuff like that, but this doesn't add up.
Okay, I'm going to recommend that you have a kind of a break from work for a little while. You know, some rest, some exercise, you know, some supervised work, so that you're still useful and to feel useful in things. And you know, and then he kind of mumbles and a little prescription. And then we can just give you a break for a while. It's fine. It's fine. Gerard, you're good. I'll have a good day. I'll see you later. I'll get this recommendation filed right away. He's trying to leave.
Yeah. I'm not planning on forcing him to stay, but
No, really?
No.
You want some medication? Is that what you're asking for?
But I think my interpretation is he kind of trying to get help?
He's at least trying to get out of the room, and he's trying to tell you about this nice break, this nice restful break that you're going to have.
Am I locked in here somehow? In some way?
I don't think so, no. Doesn't look like a place where you could stay.
Hey, Mr. Almost Captain, I'm not interested in a break. I'm not interested in all. I actually hope to speak to someone that was like not that. I mean, you are obviously some part of HR or something like that, because you don't know anything about the like running a spaceship or anything of that. You're really good at reassuring and making people calm. I give you that, but this I wanted to talk to someone that really knows something, and you giving me a kind of so I'm leaving also. Is he trying to stop me? Yeah. Good.
I have spent $5 budget.
That's 5 in the budget, right? In the audience pool, right?
In the audience pool.
One
You can
goes
see that coming.
This was the most fun I've had so far.
Yeah.
I would like to give him some dollars.
So,
fan mail to
Ola,
Gerard.
you have to
Ola. Yeah.
fan mail now.
Oh.
Yeah, I can give him 10 minutes.
Everybody's giving him fan mail. That's what the audience pool is for. All right.
Wait. Ola needs it.
Yeah.
He needs to show how he handled all those people.
Yes, I know, but I'm looking forward to him getting drugged up and gorked out and left in a
Yeah, you should
little robot for the rest of the trip myself. So
I I want
according to
Ola to
my
be like,
notes, I have one fan mail. Is that correct in all?
As a matter of fact, you currently are looking at 3 fan mail because of your fellow players have been impressed by you. And also, I want to look at your traits and see if a card can become.
Yeah, I think depends on what you. This is resourceful.
If you name some kind of resource that you draw upon right now, then that will count.
I mean,
so I don't mean like a quick argument. I mean literally drawing on something available to you of some kind, whatever it is.
That could basically, the only thing that I can come up with is that I kind of know my way around. So that's how I kind of, I mean, if it's one thing that I've done is to like study the ship from inside and out. So I know where to go, and I know all the places, at least down.
Okay, maybe not. So are you saying that you're going to see him go, but you get an idea of where he would go, so you end up being there when he thinks he's safe or something like that? Are you talking about actually traveling through the ship and being somewhere unexpected?
It depends on what the conflict is all about. Is yes.
The conflict is not simply about whether he leaves the room or not in some sort of a roll to grab way. The conflict is about whether you are going to get a report on you, about you, that will result in you taking this nice, restful, medicated break.
So if I'm not following him and seeing what he's doing, then that will basically happen. If I don't intervene in some way,
that is correct.
That will happen. All right. Okay, that's correct. All right, but I think I'm not that like stealthy person.
You don't necessarily have to be stealthy. You said it's just using your knowledge of where things are in the ship, right?
Yeah. So my plan is to follow him. Follow him where he's going and try to and the way I'm doing that is like going. When he takes an elevator, I will take the stairs and so on, and like going and being, like really, probably sweating a lot and trying. So because he's going somewhere to tell someone something.
Yes, he's going to.
And I'm also very interested in who that might be.
Right. Okay. So it's going to be in a row of administrative offices, each with a different person, and each and so it looks like a one of those quickly built, very kind of like enormous bathrooms with little offices in them, you know, like these entrepreneurial offices here in North Shopping. Right.
Yeah. All right.
Exactly.
Does it look like a bathroom?
Well, you know, the walls. I mean, it's all clean, you know, and there might be a carpet, but it's on this completely flat, white, gleaming surface of a floor. And so so it's one of these offices, and some of them have people in them who are busy reading their consoles, or, you know.
I'd probably grab some kind of like something to hold, not a newspaper, but at least something that covers my face. So I'm kind of in a quite unprofessional spy-y way.
Right.
I'm to follow him.
Okay.
All
right.
What can I? Yeah. So
the question. Well, I think now is the time for the conflict, and then the narrator will get to talk about what happens. So. Yeah. In that case, we have...
I go all in.
Right, okay. So that means that I will take these and put them here under these 4 cards.
Was all in for me must be 5 cards.
Now, right? Well, you have 4 cards in your fan mail, and and you have
3. That's
3
6.
in your base. So
Yeah.
okay, so it's 7 cards on 6. And so then the next, shall we look at the results?
Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Oh, I am upset and... Oh, I'm sorry, Helma, I forgot something. Helma, I think you're muted. I can't hear you.
Okay, I was wondering what's at stakes for both of you, because it may be...
Yes.
Maybe you talked about it when I was...
yeah, I did.
Discord kicked me out.
If I win, he gets to take a nice long medicated break.
Mm-hmm.
In a medical trial.
What he wants to do is to find out actually what kind of authority or administrative system he wants to prevent that, first of all, right? Not to have that terrible fate, but also, given his narration, he actually wants to get higher up the administrative chain.
So that's 2 things.
Well, the first is the most important.
Okay.
Right. But the second is a feature of his stated activities. So I am looking at 2 red cards.
Is that your?
Yes, out of 6.
Mm-hmm.
Which, sadly, I suspect I will not get to do terrible things to Gerard. 1 red card in his base, and
that was a jack. Yeah.
And 1 red card. So
that's what you get for spending fan mail on.
That's right. I was going to say you have 2 red cards out of 7, and I had 2 out of 6. So,
but I had a jack, and you had.
My highest card was a king. So I am now going to have to say what happens. I think that you are going to reach these offices before he does, and quickly figure out that they are the most administrative, the most secretarial, the most kind of data gathering, data filing offices possible, all about middle management. And so in a way, it's like the middle management never ends. There is no upper management. There's just more middle forever.
Yes.
And so I'm going to narrate that, if this is okay. I think it makes more sense. Getting to those offices really isn't going to tell you anything. What you're able to do is actually catch him and get him into, he turns a corner thinking he's going to make his report, and you're standing there. And you're basically going to say something like, all right, that's enough bullshit. I know you're not a captain. I know what are you doing? Right. And he will plead with you he promises that he'll give you whatever you want, so any kind of report you want, as long as you fill out the little form that says that how were you satisfied with your experience with the captain?
Exactly.
Were you very satisfied, slightly satisfied, satisfied on average, below average satisfied? You see what I mean? There's 6 or 7 questions that you have to fill
bonus.
out.
I think his yearly bonus is determined by
exactly. So he as long as you will be happy to fill that out, he will give whatever report you want.
Yeah, of course you did a great job. I say with like sarcasm running out of my ear.
Exactly. But I will say this at the end. When this exchange of desired paperwork is made, when the transaction has been concluded to everyone being happier, he is going to say, listen, Gerard, I do have one piece of advice, all right? I mean, I'm Matt, okay? That's my real name. I just have one piece of advice.
Yeah.
You got to find your own purpose here. I mean, I'm taking time to work on my novel, okay? You got to find your own purpose here.